Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It is October 10th. That means it is the 1010 portal. Every double day, January 1st, February 2nd, March 3rd, I do a portal reading, and 1010 is no exception. So let's get down to it. I'm going to just, I think, do the card reading for this. Um, All right. I'm going to be using the fountain deck. And let's see. So the question is the 1010 portal. Of course, 10 is a vibration of change. It's 10 is a number of cycles. It's a 1, which is means beginnings, and a 0. So it is a time of new beginnings, or it's the change that brings the new beginnings. Now, this year, 1010, the 1010 portal, if we add the universal year of 9, comes out to a 2911 vibration. The 2911 vibration is the same vibration as the word light. On the tree of life, it is located in the black circle there, the Sephiroth of Bina. Bina is connected to the planet Saturn. Saturn is now in the last degrees of Pisces. It is going to it's retrograde in Pisces. It's going to turn around and then come back out of Pisces in February. I think it's February, January or February, and so there's this sense of things coming to an end. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And in fact, Neptune is also in the last. Well, right now, as I sit here on the 1010, it's still in Aries, but it is going to back into Pisces. It's going to stay at that last degree. It's going to turn around. It's going to come back out of Pisces, go into Aries, and then Saturn and Neptune will conjoin in Aries. They've been close to each other, but they haven't really conjoined completely. They haven't been partile. Um, so Saturn is is an energy of karma. And so there's a lot of karma being burned off. There's a lot of, I think, karma being paid up at this time and before the new beginnings happen. But we are in a 10 month, and next year is going to be a 10 year. And so we can get a hint of perhaps some of the things um, coming for us next year in 2026 by observing what's going on in the 10-1 month. So, but let's see what Spirit wants us to be aware of. Oh, there's a little wren outside my window, and it's nighttime. He's singing his nighttime song. It's I think the little Carolina wren with the little tail that sticks up, so cute. Wrens are small but mighty. They're very tiny, but they have very big voices. And so Spirit is speaking through us, through the wren, so that we could raise our voices. It is time to have your voice heard. You, we have to have the courage to speak up and speak out. Now, we don't have to tell people how terrible they are. We don't have to say mean things to people, but we can speak our own truth. We can speak our own vision for the future, right? Our own ideas about what kind of future we want to have. You know, when we vote for a future. But a lot of times we take people at their word. If they say they're going to do that, we go, okay, well, that's what I want done. So I'll vote for that person, right? And so that's what happened. But then the person who got voted for reneged on the deal, reneged on the deal. So a lot of reneging going on at this time. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want to say about the 10th and 4th? What does Spirit want to say to us? I think I'll pull a oracle card as well. So we'll see. All right, I think I'm done. All right. Okay, we start with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about travel. It's also about taking your show on the road. I always see the Knight of Wands as sort of the proselytizer, right? The guy that used to go from town to town and preach, right? It's sort of the preacher energy for me. That is crossed by the devil. The devil, in this case, I think, is fear. The devil, whatever keeps us from our light, is the devil. And greed and avarice can keep us from our light. But a lot of, many people aren't greedy or then they just want enough. They want enough that they can have a decent life, right? A decent life. So that's not what the devil symbolizes. Here, the devil symbolizes fear. Fear. And so there's a lot of fear. The challenge, perhaps, is to overcome the fear of having your voice heard. Let's see what's at the root of this. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. So at the root of this is a deep desire to want to take care of each other. The Queen of Cups in my system is actually a Scorpio energy, and the sun will be in Scorpio later this month. Mars is in Scorpio all month. So that's interesting. And Mars in Scorpio is about getting to the bottom of things. But I also see the Queen of Cups as like a Cancer energy, a motherly energy. And at the core of it is we want to take care of each other. We want to nurture something. We want to grow something. I think we're tired of death and destruction, quite frankly. Let's see what's in the past. We have the Page of Swords in the past. So the Page of Swords can be somebody who is youthful, young, a bit of a whistleblower. So there's this energy of whistleblower with the Page of Swords, but not particularly skilled yet with the tongue or the sword. So you can kind of get yourself in trouble for what you've said, right? But that's the past, right? Now, I myself, I know for me as somebody who is on YouTube, um, there are things that I would love to talk about with you guys, but I know that if I breach the subject, some subjects are just too hot to talk about if you're not like sitting in a room with people, right? So I understand, maybe not wanting to express certain things. That I understand. I think we all understand that. In the sky, we have the High Priestess. So the sky card for me is one of two things. It can be a suggestion from spirit, or it can indicate the outer worlds, like what's going on in the world, sort of like 10th house energy, right? And the High Priestess is about revelation. It's about secrets, and sometimes, but not always, the revelation of those secrets. On the Tree of Life, it is right here, this blue from Kether, the top, to the yellow one. It is direct connection from source to your heart. And so if we read it in that way, using the Tree of Life, this means that we have direct connection with source, with spirit. If we open our hearts and open our minds or our connection to source. So I believe that that card indicates that there are revelations to be known. Those revelations, right, they could be revelations around a political situation, But it's not just about that. It's revelations about perhaps about you, about your spiritual connection. If you're questioning like why do I have to witness this? Why do we have to go through this? We're all here to play a part in this. And what I hear spirit saying through these cards is that your marching orders are here. Open up, ask, and it will be revealed to you. Let's see what's in the immediate future. We have death. Death is about change. It's about letting go of what we no longer need and then building on our experience, right? Building on our experience, starting anew. So this is a card of great change. And change, once something has passed, once something has died, it it moves into, right? It moves further away. So, or it's just a change in general, right? Just a change. So uh we have the change coming. How it's seen from the outside. This deck, this is the fountain deck. This is the fountain card. And it is most tarot decks have 78 cards, and sometimes you'll have a deck and they'll have a couple extra cards. And in this deck, this is the extra card. It's called the fountain. And to me, it looks like, you know how when you're in a dark room and the door cracks open and there's that shaft of light that's coming. The door is opening and the shaft of light is here. Okay, the light is coming. Things are going to be revealed. Our domestic situation, the Three of Wands, this is about working together. Working together. This, in some decks, this is called the birth of light. It's the two wands coming together to create a third wand, right? So it's a trinity energy. It's a manifestation energy. And it's a manifestation of light. The wands, fire is light, right? You're in a dark room and you don't have your phone on you, but you have matches in your pocket, you light the match and you can see where you're going, right? So, but it's about bringing that together. This guy is I don't know if you could tell, these cards are probably not the best cards to use because they're so light, but I do really like them. It's like bringing three pieces of something together, weaving something, working together. This is the domestic situation. So Spirit says, work with your neighbors, work together, work together. Hopes and fears, justice, the Ace of Swords. Let's see what the outcome is. The Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins is, I think, above all, a self-reliance card. It is connected to the sign of Virgo. Virgo is a very hard worker, um, close to nature. And the Nine of Coins always looks to me like a self-made woman in her garden, right? The self-made woman. She's the center of the circle. I think this is reminding us that we are the center of our circle and that we are an expression of the divine made flesh, right? The divine made flesh. So we need to stand in our power, but we also need to make sure that we understand our talents, our abilities, our resources, our resourcefulness, right? And stand in that. Stand in what you know and what you know you can do. So if you want to know what you can do for the resistance or for the future or for the children, do what you do best. Do what you do best, and maybe apply it to something, right? Maybe you're really good at bookkeeping. Maybe you can help people who can't afford to get their taxes done, right? Things like that. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. The Six of Cups. That is about childhood. The King of Swords. This is about the past. The King of Swords can be legal stuff. There's definitely legal stuff in the air. And we get the Tower. So the Tower is coming down. The Tower is coming down. The structure is that which wasn't. See, this Tower is coming down, and it's coming down because it wasn't based on enough, right? It wasn't based on enough. There wasn't enough to hold it up. And so for those things where there's not enough to hold it up, including stories and lies and trying to make us believe stuff that's not really true, but if you say it enough, it'll be true. The illusion and the delusion is on its way out. And what we need to replace it with is our imagination. Because just like somebody can create a situation where people get into this mindset, right? Um, it's a powerful thing, but if we can also use that to our benefit, not through helping, not through hurting other people or trying to get control over other people, but by manifesting our dreams into reality, right? All right. So I honestly think that there's going to be a big shift this month, and I think these cards are indicating that something is definitely coming to an end. And it's going to really require us to work together and to stand in our power. Um, and you know, um, the Tower card is always about being who you truly are. It's about being who it's about being you. The seven of the 16-7 is know thyself and understand that we are spirits having a human experience, that we are both of heaven and of earth. And it's the blending of those two energies that happens energetically in our heart that brings heaven to earth and earth to heaven. And so our greatest power is our power to love. But if you're in fear, you can't access your love. So be brave. Be brave, because a new world is here for us to open the door and walk through. If we stay in fear and if we want to stay in our old stories, we're not going to be able to do it. But it's our choice. It's our choice. So let go, let God. And we'll see you next month with the 1111 portal says. All right, one more. Let's pick an oracle card, and I happen to have my Strarseed Oracle with me. So let's pull one of these, because we do have Atlas, 1-3 Atlas, right? Coming round the mountain. When he comes, he's coming, or she's coming, or it's coming. Who knows what's happening? All right. Oh my goodness. Star family. The reason I said, oh my goodness, is because last Saturday I was in Chicago and with Ona, and Ona and I did Mystic Sisters from her house, and I forgot my Mystic Sister Oracle, and so we picked a Starseed Oracle for last week's Mystic Sisters Oracle card. And this is the same card. I picked the same card. Now, the deck that I picked out of was Ona's deck, and this is my deck, right? And so we can see there's an explosion of light here. This is the sun, and these are stars being born. This is us. This is how we began. This is how we began. And so we have a star family. Let me read this to you guys. Let's see. Oh, I go by alphabetical order. I don't have many lights on in here, so it'll be amazing if I can even read this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it says, you are part of a team of souls. Call in support. Call in support. They're right here. The door is open. The door is cracked open, but we have to meet them halfway. We have to meet them halfway. So we have to be able to overcome our fear of speaking the truth, or our truth at least, or speaking our mind, or maybe even more importantly, speaking our heart. Okay. At some stage, we each are part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't you haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It is very common for star family members to incarnate at the same time to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, uh, and and cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like you're looking in a mirror because in a way you are. Often you go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? Who do you think is from your same star family? And how can you call upon them for support? Remember the high priestess, right? Just ask. Ask and be, and you'll know. And that's what this is about. It's about to know, to know. And you don't have to share it, what you hear, but you have to be who you are. Okay? All right. Well, that's the message, 1010 portal. I'll see you again next month for the 1111 portal. Always a fun one, right? And until then, take care of yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful portal experience. Much love. Namaste.